Okay, looks like a good enough signal. Okay, so right now we are in Gaia Prime, what's called Gaia Prime. This is the household for a kill code for Hades. We just learned that Hades is a program that's trying to destroy the Earth because of a massive malfunction in the programming error that, I guess, the way they described it was a bolt of lightning hit something, causing a massive error, in which the entire system that they built for Horizon Zero Dawn was going to fall apart, causing all of its subroutines to activate fully at a very progressively catastrophic level, including Hades itself, which is trying to destroy everything. So, Gaia decided that she was going to blow up blow herself up to prevent an immediate failure, which said Hades would destroy the world in 58 days, or destroy everything in 58 days. Now instead it'll take, 60 some odd years or some shit. I don't fully recall. 30 years. I don't know. Something of those lines. And she admitted that she recreated Aloy in the image of Dr. Elizabeth Sobek, who created the entire program, or who was in charge of creating the whole program. So, we have that. And now we are at Gaia Prime to get a kill code that we can use against Hades so that it will put him out. And what we've just learned is Silas has been here before. This is his workshop that he's tried to piece together a means of opening this door, obviously with a bunch of failures.
There'll be enough time later for you to ransack this place.
Okay.
For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through.
You make it sound like I should apologize.
Not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. A key in human form. The failure of imagination was mine, not yours.
Looks like you've spent a lot of time here.
19 years ago, a great explosion destroyed this mountain. Gaia's death, your birth. The echo could be heard as far as the claim. Ash darkened the skies. How they fretted in Meridian as they tried to read this omen. The crater burned for weeks, but when it cooled, I was the first to behold what lay within. Over time, the machines closed ranks to protect it. Useful. Soon, no one dared to come here. Except me.
In her message, Gaia said we could restore her, but after seeing the damage, how could that be?
She said any effort to repair her must come after Hades is destroyed. I concur. Rebuilding the terraforming system now might allow Hades to use it as a weapon. Because of Gaia's sacrifice, it has been forced to search for means that are less convenient.
But do you think it's even possible to restore Gaia?
You know what the cauldrons are capable of. How they fabricate any technology necessary to create a machine.
So, Hades is a program that can take over Gaia to destroy. The way they described Hades was, it was a subroutine that would take over as the main routine, where Gaia is the main, obviously, the main program, and then Hades is a subroutine, and only in an instance, the way they described it was, you know what, Gaia comes to a realization that this method that she's doing isn't working. For whatever reason, she needs a way to get everything back to zero to start everything over again. Because, you know, she's a learning program, so she may not get it right the first time. So she may have to destroy everything. And it's been 350,000 years. Okay. So, from what it sounds like, it's taken a while. So Hades may have taken over before already. We don't know. They don't really discuss that. But the subroutine itself takes place of Gaia, using all of its terraforming information to destroy everything instead, to start everything out at zero, so she can repopulate and redo everything that she was meant to do before to get it right this time. So what happened is when Hades, when the subroutine was destroyed, or the connection was severed between all the subroutines, is Hades would have taken over, and that was actually, we saw that animation where it was attempting to take over Gaia altogether, and Gaia knew, I guess, that this was the way to go. It was working. Humans were thriving on the planet, and they could do well enough again. So Hades, doing what Hades does, was trying to take over Gaia. So what happened is Gaia destroyed herself, so that Hades would have to find another way to repopulate this entire planet. And what Hades is doing is he's reviving all these robots and convincing the Karja that he is, you know, some kind of omnipotent being, which I guess in a way, if you want to get technical, it is, because they're so primitive. You know, the Nora are very primitive. The Karja are very primitive in their views and their social structure. It's a very primitive lifestyle, except there just happens to be machines around. So people understand the machines, but they didn't make them. They're not the ones making it. They don't have that capacity to make the machines. They just utilize their parts for whatever means they need to. Obviously, I think Silence used to be. He wasn't a part of this of the Shadow Karja, but he was used to help them to utilize whatever. He's more of a cave tinkerer. Obviously, he's explored and gone places where he probably shouldn't have gone, including Gaia Prime when it exploded. And I think he used to be part of the Karja group, or possibly. I mean, it's definitely not Nora. He could be more likely Osram. Which Osram, they're traders and blacksmiths and stuff, so he's more of a tinkerer, so there's probably more likely that he's an Osram. Or Osram descent. Regardless.
By the same principle, it should be possible to replicate every technology necessary to repair Gaia. But that would take years. We're counting the time we have left by the hour.
I thought you might actually be here this time. Actually, here.
Why? My presence is unnecessary. You don't need my help to pass through this door. You were the one born to do this, not me.
It's time for me to head in.
Yes. When you find the Master Override, you will gain the power to defeat Hades. Everything depends on you.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are clear to proceed.
Okay, so we're also supposed to get a power cell in this location. Let me double check on when I'm supposed to get it. Makers and the Grave Horde and Gaia Prime. Okay, Gaia Prime. Final power cell can be found in the ruins during the mission The Mountain That Fell. Okay, that's the mission we're on. After speaking to Silence in his workshop, climb down the elevator shaft and rappel down into the ruins. Before following your objective marker to the right, turn left and walk north. Climb up the rubble ahead of you and head into the blue-lit cave ahead of you. Okay. And after this, we'll get that really awesome.
Mind your footing.
Down into the cave. Instead of heading, it should take me right. Okay, yep, it's gonna take me right. Supposed to head left. Okay. Okay, no, we're gonna climb. Speaking of sounds, we're gonna climb down the elevator shaft and rappel down it. Okay, I gotta rappel. Okay. So, way too soon. Take me to the right, something over to the left. Can I climb that? Is that something climbable? Yep. Okay, yep. I have no health. Some rubble. Boom. Power cell.
This should be the last power cell I need to get to that ancient armor I found.
Excellent. Can I get up there? I can get up there. What's up there? Is there a way up? Is there a way up? It seems that there would be a way up there, but I can't find it. Is there... I mean, there's grab holds right there. Can I grab one of these? No. Moving objects around isn't really something they do in this game. They did it in one mission. Looks like I can come down through that rappel line. Obviously there's climbing holds right there, but is there any other climbing holds around? I don't see them. Is that a climb hold? Maybe it was a second thought, maybe they're like, nah. You know what? Don't really care. I got what I came for. This is the power cell.
That's my way across.
Jump!
It's, held like this for 19 years, right?
Well,
Don't answer. Oh, glad that's over.
It wasn't that scary. Then again, I'm not the one doing the climbing, so... I go up. I guess I go up.
This must have been where they lived. What's left of it. Once this was all enclosed by rock and metal. Elizabeth's room. I know it.
How?
She didn't even get a chance to unpack. These are her journals. Elizabeth's journals. And they're all destroyed?
Scan them. The Focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us, it seems a powerful device, but its engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
Okay. Oh, I see. It's a cake. Camera angle is bad.
Elizabeth. What is this?
Flowers. Obviously a funeral shrine of some kind.
This is Charles Robinson. I'm logging this 6 hours after final deployment of Gaia Prime. This morning, an access port seal malfunctioned. Gaia Prime's port seals were designed to close with a seam of less than 2 millimeters. But this one closed with a 10 millimeter gap. Enough for an energy signature to bleed through. Enough for the swarm to detect this facility. Enough for Gaia to be discovered and destroyed. Enough to end the future we worked so hard to make possible. Unless the hatch servos were manually re-engaged from the outside. I'm now switching to a recording of the event.
Well, I'm not going out there. Now, what I signed up for? Either we send someone out, or all of this was for nothing. It should be Liz's decision. So when is she going to get here?
She said 5 minutes. You don't think...
Oh no. Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Seal closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elizabeth, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close. Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on out. That's what she does.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me. I'm no good at endings. At letting things end, so, let's not.
So, happy trails, Liz. And, see you around.
Yeah. Take care of each other, alright?
Liz.
I'm okay with this. I want to go home. Goodbye.
That was the last transmission of Elizabeth Sobek. She gave everything for the hope of life on this planet. And we are all in her debt.
Aloy?
She's gone. Really gone.
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy. And her achievements were beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
Can Can't you just for one moment stop calculating and let yourself feel? She sacrificed herself for her friends, for the future, for life on Earth. Doesn't that stir anything in you? The generosity of it.
You're trying to invest her decision with something magical. It was a rational choice, not based on sentimentality.
You're wrong. Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel, to care, to sacrifice, to believe in life, enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have ended. You and I would never have existed.
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your loss.
She said she wanted to go home. Maybe.
What?
Nothing. It's time to go on. There's another section at the back of the crater. Looks like it survived the blast.
Because it was armored. You found the control room.
I'm on my way.
I think that's a way out.
When I opened the hatch, the air rushed in from this side.
Because there was none inside the chamber.
But the Alphas were in there.
I'm locked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance? Oh no.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the sense system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. What I'm trying to say is, I can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted. We've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No. We can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
It doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone. All of it. Every copy.
A sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice. It's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard. Millennia of culture.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocence, innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Toxic atmosphere.
The skeleton looks male.
He killed them all.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter in the summary. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated. Turned to dust. Scattered to the void, like the Alphas themselves.
No. Not a void. When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we're living in. It's a monument to what they died trying to accomplish.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, silence. Hope.
I think I'm kind of watching this video. Whoa. I am impressed. Holy shit. This guy's breaking, I don't know if that's marble or something. Probably marble. Marble is the only thing I can think of that reacts like that. Breaking up marble into perfect, like, square blocks with just a sledgehammer. I wouldn't say perfect, like, nearly perfect. That's probably marble. Doesn't look pre-cut either, so... I mean, it could have been. There's no telling. It's a video. Okay. Alright, what do I need here? That thing?
The master override. It's so small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it.
Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be.
Is that good?
Try not to fall to your death.
Ugh.
I fell to my death. Whoops. That's great. The first time I ever played this game, after being a child and you become an adult and you walk out of your tent for the first time, there's a big cliff face that, you know, I was still getting accustomed to the environment. I jumped right off and immediately fell to my death within the first minute of the game. It happens, folks. Okay.
Is that good?
Try not to fall to your death. The master override doesn't override gravity.
Keep holding, keep holding.
Something with structure this big is usually going to hold. If it hasn't fallen over already, it's usually going to settle in that position. Are you kidding? Did I miss something? Oh. Come on, come up. Really? Okay. Going up, I guess.
You're here.
For a moment.
What?
Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered such knowledge you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian. The Spire. Now why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. Its code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission, to wake the machines so they can devour the world all over again.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse, the robots they've resurrected, they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the Eclipse, everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
Then get started.
It began with a focus, recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed, right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jew.
So you thought it was a titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice. So began an exchange of knowledge, It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
I'm well aware of my ping. It's not the greatest.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
But it's the
Its
best I can
precise
do with
location,
my cast.
the surrounding geography,
With my internet.
who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
It's either not cast at all, or be able to cast
Calculus.
once in a blue moon for about 20 minutes. So, yeah. I watch my cast, I know what it looks like.
And the Shadow Karja? How did they become involved?
If I had better
the Karja
internet,
Civil
trust me, I
War
would
was a
do
happy
better.
coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
Yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian.
Well, there's a delay no matter what.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. What were a few more? Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. A thrilling technical challenge, especially with the alterations I included of my own design.
The ability for you to spy on them.
Yes, I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me to monitor all activity and communications.
What made you turn on Hades? Certainly wasn't your conscience.
Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot with my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions.
A little late.
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since.
I see your message, but it hasn't popped up. There it is. Wow, okay. That is quite a... It's about 10-second delay, even when I cast, to what you guys see.
So when did I come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you.
I don't really understand it that well enough.
That got my
Haven't
attention.
fooled around with it too much.
A kill order against a savage Nora girl?
I beat the game. I think this is my third time. Last time I played it on ultra hard.
Nora girl was wearing a focus and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world.
Actually, this could be my fourth time.
Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus inside the Nora mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature and usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success. The rest, as they used to say, is history.
You've done terrible things, Silence. But I can't say you've balanced the scale, but at least you've tried.
To be clear, Aloy, I would do it all again. A few more safeguards, perhaps, but basically the same.
Really? So much for learning from mistakes.
I've done all I can. From here on out, take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Silence! Where will you go?
Elsewhere. And everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I would highly recommend if you're going to play on a hard mode,
As it
definitely
turned
play
out,
in New Game Plus.
It was yours all along.
I had a hard time even with
I
ultra
was
hard,
maybe
and I was level 40 for the
trespassing.
most part of the game. At least for most of the second half.
I traveled far to find you. I heard your transmission. It was you, wasn't it?
Entity is not known.
I'm called
No.
Silence.
Yeah, ultra hard is still
And you
hard.
are. I don't think you'd have called out.
Even at level
If it
40,
wasn't something you wanted. You called,
which is the max
I
level.
responded.
Level 51, you're just playing, overplaying.
Hades.
You are a creation of the ancients. A war machine.
Define timeline.
Time? Ah. It is the 13th king of the Carja Sultan's reign.
Define Carja.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. Were you created by the ancients? I wonder how long you waited here, buried, until I chanced upon you. How long you'd have to wait for another. You're obviously very powerful. But you're not going to get anywhere without me.
Titan flame merely houses.
Okay. That lance doesn't make any sense to me.
I need to warn the Sun King about the attack.
Alright, I'm gonna spend my skill points.
Best way of getting to him is through Erend.
I don't want to climb back down, I want to jump. Come on. Can you play this game in a party? Is that even possible? Or are you just trying to chat? Okay. I guess you're not watching anymore. Thanks, Bentley, for coming along. Something tells me you're a little young. Oh, Jesus. Oh, gee. Ow, 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 I'm sore. Okay. Alright, let's get to these ruins. How did that only do 15? Tell me. So, we have worked several hours in order to get to this point. Oh, that's why I only did 15. Using the wrong bow. Is this the right ruins? This is not the right ruins. Get up, get up, get up. Get up, get up. Oh, come on, don't tell me I gotta go all the way around. Shit. No, wait, wait. Where are those ruins? The bunker, that's the one. Motostone? Or is it Motosan? How old are you, Bentley?
Save these for the trail. Those clamps have the armor locked in place. Maybe there's a way to power up the mechanism, release the clamps.
Which you don't know how to do.
These numbers, they must be related to segments of a circle. Just need to install these power cells. That should do it. Only 2 more. Just 1 more. There we go. The last one. All powered up. Now to get the dials in position. There must be some kind of code.
$45. 270 is... Right? $360. $630. 93. 360. Another 15. 40. And then 630 is... Okay, 90 degrees and 270 is right, left. 360 is a full circle, so that's up. Okay, 450 is another 90 degrees. Oh, so you're too young. That's what that means. you are somewhere between the age of 5 and 17. Let's see, 450, 360 is another 43. What? Why can't I do math? 450, 360 is to the right.
Did it.
Boom. Did it.
Let's have a look at that armor inside.
Yeah, I could tell you were young.
Alright. Now let's see what we can do with this material.
Shield Weaver outfit box. This is the best armor in the game. Boom. It is secret armor. It's called the Shield Weaver. I don't know what its capabilities are. It has projects a damage-absorbing force field. Takes time to recharge when depleted. Let's look at that. Ooh, wow. Kind of a shield, looks like. What am I doing? Yeah, alright. Nice little shiny object. Audio data points past that part? What do you mean?
That's over with. Thanks for the help.
I didn't know there was any other way to, Are you talking about getting the armor that way?
Come on over here and have a word. Come on, what are you waiting for?
There you are.
This space. What are you doing out here all alone? Where are your men?
I'm not gonna risk their lives. I don't mind putting my worthless ass on the line, but not theirs. Sorry I had to drag you into it.
Don't worry. This is just an average day for me. You know, take down some machines, track some killers.
Right. I'd hate to see a busy morning for you. Ready to get started?
Oh, I see.
Tell me exactly what happened to Ursa. Start from the beginning.
No one knows for sure. She left in the middle of the night with a few of her best men.
Her best men? But she didn't bring you?
No. I'd been drinking a lot. And maybe she thought... damn, I don't know. I couldn't hack it.
This is the first time I've gotten it.
Found their bodies the next day.
I didn't know anything about it until this playthrough. I know I'd been down in that cavern before, but as far as getting the armor, I didn't really...
They beat her so bad we can't even show her face before burial. Yeah.
Okay, I don't really care about this storyline.
Alright, but after that,
Sounds serious. Come on, follow me.
I see. How much ridgewood do I have? I have plenty of fucking... I gotta drop some ridgewood.
why would Ursa come all the way out here?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Is this Shadow Karja territory?
No. They broke the ceasefire as soon as they set foot in the cliff. Almost there. This is it, where the ambush happened. Our soldiers have been over it, but maybe that fancy artifact of yours can find a clue or something. Please. I need to find the bastards that did this.
Not arrows scattered there. They look good as new. Never fired. They look like smears. It's perfectly sharp. Never seen action. Strange. Not a scratch on it.
This is the spot where we found Ursa. Where those devils beat her to death. I should have been here to fight with her.
Let's see what I can find.
All right.
These look like did someone move a body through here?
What do you see there?
The stain.
Yeah, I have that already.
As if blood dripped off the edge of something. Like a cart. See? Cart tracks. I think someone moved the bodies here, then scattered them across the field.
Wait. Are you saying the dead found here were killed somewhere else? But why would the Shadow Karja do that?
At this point, I'm not taking it for granted that the Shadow Karja are responsible.
Of course they were.
Well, let's follow these tracks and find out.
Yeah, the best way to get all the, I have all of the upgraded stuff in the crafting. Traps and potion. No, where is it? Carry capacity. I have everything. Oh, except for, I guess, this stuff. Boom. Boom. Yeah, I do a lot of hunting. If I see anything, I kill it immediately. In the very beginning of the game, I upgraded everything up to its max capacity and then before I even left the Nora area. Yeah, it's just better that way. So I spent the time hunting in the very beginning of the game, so I didn't have to worry about it for the rest of the game. And anytime I saw something, I shot at it, killed it. So I had the max capacity to carry it, and had didn't have to worry about it late game. So override is kind of annoying because once you override them, their armor gets really high, and you kind of just kill everything. It's better that way. Just work on your sneak and kill them. No, don't fall. Don't fall. Damn it.
Easier when I was a kid.
They wanted Ursa dead. Why fake an ambush?
There's more to this. And we're gonna figure it out.
Well, it's not permanent, so... They're only in your possession for so long. I've used corruption arrows better. They're more useful. I don't have to sneak up on them. And I've actually cleared entire areas of, like, there was, at one point, I have it on video, one of my casts, I don't remember which one, but there was, like, maybe 3 sawtooths, 4 tramplers, 2 long legs, and a thunderjaw, all in one area, and if I engaged one of them, I was going to have to fight all of them at the same time. So I corrupted the thunderjaw, because it would attack everything. And then I corrupted the tramplers. The tramplers attacked each other. So they were all destroyed. So really, in the end, all I had to fight was a sawtooth and whatever was remaining of the thunderjaw. The thunderjaw was the hardest to kill, obviously, but you know, they start attacking each other all the time, like with that method. Okay, we're gonna get a good chance to check out this. It's permanent. It shouldn't be permanent. It makes
These guys
last a
aren't
long
Shadow
time.
Karja. They're from my tribe, the Asaram.
Is this how your people usually greet each other?
She's coming for us! Don't give up yet!
Uh-oh. What's that?
I think it's calling in machines. Get ready.
Don't clump up! Spread out! See how
That sawtooth. Grab it.
Stay out of their way for now.
Asaram, not Shadow Karja.
Yeah, I know it's supposed
Looks
to
like I was
increase the
wrong
length
about
of time, but I don't think it makes it permanent. Let me find out. Come on.
Please, use that second sight of yours. I have to know what really happened.
I'm on it.
Let's see. Override plus. Oh yeah, you're right. Overridden indefinitely. I see. Nice. I've definitely done that before. This playthrough, I focused more on foraging because I needed to make sure I was able to gather as much items as possible because I was focused on getting the best armor and weapons as soon as possible to ease combat in the game, which worked out in the long run. So if you focus on forager, you can... I'm not really looking to join a party, so sorry. Can I at least ask if you are a boy or a girl? I don't usually get a whole lot of people that are young.
Looks like you could mount some equipment on that thing. There, by the tripod. I used power cell. Those rocks, they're shattered. So much blood. A lot of people died here. A massacre. Something hit these stones. Something I've never seen before.
I get why they wanted Ursa dead. What? I fake an ambush.
These look like Vanguard weapons. There's no blood on them. Ursa's men didn't fight back.
I get why they wanted Ursa dead. But why fake an ambush?
What are those leather straps? Armor straps, cut with a knife. And a rock with blood on it.
This is Ursa's helmet. I thought she died in the field below, but must have been here. All this trickery. For what? Feels like it's just to torture me.
I have a theory. But it takes a little imagination.
So far, your theories are better than other people's facts.
All right. I think the Oseram ambushed Ursa and her men with a new weapon. They mounted it on that tripod up there. It fires waves of force, maybe sound. Looks like it cracked the stone there. I think it paralyzes people instead of killing them. It dropped the Vanguard right there. No blood on their weapons. No fight.
But why paralyze them if you're only gonna move them and gut them?
They were trying to hide something. Look here, a bloody rock.
That they used to smash Ursa's face in.
Or someone else's. These leather straps have been cut, as if they took the armor off someone.
That can't be. Her body is lying in state in Meridian. I saw it.
You said she was unrecognizable. Maybe they switched another body into her armor, someone around the same size, and mutilated it enough so it could have been anyone, even Ursa. Go back to Meridian. Take another look at that body. If it's really Ursa, of course I'm wrong. But if I'm right,
then my sister could be alive. I'm going. Meet me back there when you can.
Alrighty, I'm gonna stop casting for now.